Doug just did a spiteful, like, all right, we're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, he knew we were going to call him out for not doing it, so he just did it to get it over with, but I'm calling him out anyway. In case you're wondering. Hi.
Oh, yeah, because I haven't hit that 4 times.
YouTube's broken.
Your YouTube is broke, dude.
Your face is
Dan says we're live.
Dan said we're live.
Dan! You're all that matters to me.
What the actual crap?
Alright, so welcome to Grown Ass Adults. Today is June 27th. It is...
You can't prove that.
I mean,
All calendars tell us today that it is 27th.
According to the Gregorian calendar that we're using, it's June 27th.
He specified Gregorian. I was going to say the Chinese calendar doesn't say that.
Oh, you know what? You need to knock it off with your pedantic musings.
Our theme for today is Shakespeare, and a little bit of Harry Potter thrown in for the 20th anniversary. I forget why we're doing Shakespeare.
Because that's what we picked.
There was a reason.
It's like Shakespeare's birthday or something.
We went over a calendar, and there was a reason for this.
I don't know.
All right.
Something around this date has to do with Shakespeare, either today or sometime this week.
Trying to find the live chat where it's not scrolling up over the picture, but I don't think that's an option.
Well, good luck. So we're gonna keep going on it. We're gonna switch
Dan.
back and forth with Shakespeare stuff and Harry Potter stuff. So that's how we're gonna work today. It's both because it's the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter.
It is.
Harry Potter is 20 years old. Mm-hmm. Not like Harry Potter. He's way older because of Cursed Child. But Harry Potter, the book is 20 years old.
This is Mercutio, also known as Joe. He's Mercutio because in his dying breath, the last thing he did was set a pun. I am not going to say the pun because I hate puns.
It's true. He did.
And I don't remember the exact quote.
But I mean,
see me tomorrow and I will be a grave man, or something like that.
Yes, but and also, when Joe dies, it's probably going to be because of a pun. So.
I want my tombstone to say that not appreciating my puns was a grave mistake.
It will not.
I guess I'm gonna will everything to the kids then.
Should be anyway.
You're assuming Rachel dies first? Wow, Doug.
Caitlin told me today...
This already turned into a Shakespeare play.
Caitlin told me today that she was assuming that she was going to die before me. And I was like, why? She goes, because I don't pay attention to things. I was like, well, Caitlin, that's morbid. Maybe you should just start paying attention. And then she looked at me like I had 4 heads and ran outside without shoes. So
much for that one.
Maybe she's right.
This over here is Ophelia, also known as Rachel. Because she tries really hard to do good, and men tell her that she should go to a nunnery.
It's so accurate. At first, Joe was like, "You're Ophelia," and I was like, "What?" And then he explained it to me, and it was pretty spot on.
Dan, can you hear me okay now? Also, the pun was not appreciating, or find me tomorrow and I will be a grave man.
Indeed. And this is Horatio. Because everyone misquotes him and nobody remembers he exists.
He doesn't talk a lot, and when he does, everyone ignores him anyway.
Did you know the line from Hamlet is, "Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio, not I knew him well." It's I knew him, Horatio. Insert more monologues that only go on to prove that Shakespeare was a completely hypocritical man.
While Horatio just stands there in the background and doesn't say anything. It's literally Doug.
Yeah.
Mine gotten any better? For
But,
you guys?
by the way, Shakespeare is hypocritical because in Hamlet he says that brevity is the soul of wit, and Hamlet is Hamlet is his longest play, and it is 46,000 lines.
And Hamlet's just a shit. Like, he's not even interesting.
He is. He's a huge.
He's the most boring character in that whole play.
It's true.
Better?
They literally, I was reading up on Hamlet, and they said that he wrote it so long expecting people to just cut things out for the play.
And some people don't.
Is it better?
Yeah.
I turned the mic to myself.
I turned everything up.
Word of the day is 2 words, because it's a phrase. The phrase is iambic pentameter. The reason that the word of the day is iambic pentameter is because Shakespeare frequently wrote in iambic pentameter. An iambic pentameter is a line of verse with 5 metrical feet, each consisting of 1 short or unstressed syllable, followed by 1 long or stressed syllable. For example, 2 households, both alike in dignity, which is
Romeo and Juliet.
how Romeo and Juliet begins. So yes, that is your word of the day. Now you actually know what iambic pentameter is.
You're a little bit smarter. See, we learn here and have fun.
You're welcome. Our mini round, we're going to go into Harry Potter now. Which, although I love Shakespeare, Harry Potter is an obsession of mine. I'm wearing a Harry Potter shirt.
She is.
It says Elder Wand, Broomstick, Invisible Ink, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the Harry... Deluminator? Yes, Deluminator.
Faux glass.
Faux glass. Marauders Map.
Remember
All.
all.
Invisibility Cloak.
Secrecy Sensor.
Sorting hat.
Sorting Hat. It's all a bunch of different magical objects from Harry Potter.
Nice.
So
I'm wearing an Eagles jersey.
I'm wearing a shirt with anchors on it.
Neither are nearly as relevant as Rachel's.
Way to suck,
Always
guys. Way to suck.
I didn't realize we were doing Harry Potter today. I mean, this has nothing to do with Shakespeare either, but
Yeah, I know.
I don't have anything
You don't have any
relevant to Shakespeare.
You don't have any Shakespeare
Unless
stuff.
I like. wear my
I
love clothing.
like sports.
Yeah, we did that in the first episode.
Well, the Ravenclaw's symbol is a hawk.
It's not an eagle.
All right, fine. You suck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So on to the round. What are we doing?
Mini round is sorting hat. So what we're going to do is we're going to sort ourselves, we're going to sort each other, and we're going to explain how well or poorly online sorting hats function. Sound easy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a large fly in
And
the
it
room,
just keeps
and we
flying
keep,
into
that's,
our light. That's what
and
I'm
that's
staring
what
at.
we keep staring at. If you notice, like our head's doing this, it's because there's a large fly in the building, and it just keeps going towards our lights. Now it's above us,
It's probably large enough if it flies in front of the camera, you'll see it.
but it refuses to. So, who thinks that they have their sorting hat kind of down? Obviously, Joe. All right, go.
Gryffindor.
It's true. I don't think I would put Joe in anything but Gryffindor. The house of bravery and courage and taking challenges and trying to one-up people. That is Joe to a T. He is the stereotypical Gryffindor.
I am. I'm like Harry Potter, but cooler. I'm gonna get beat up for that.
Less whiny.
I am less whiny.
Nobody's going to beat you up if they actually know Harry Potter, because no Harry Potter fan likes Harry Potter.
All right, good.
And if they do, they can fight me. All right.
Sometimes I think Joe would bounce between either, depending on like the day he got sorted, he would either bounce between Gryffindor or Slytherin.
There is a
Because
fine line between
it's
Gryffindor
very fine
and
line.
Slytherin.
And some days you're just more ambition, some day you're more cunning.
I'm going to challenge that. Joe is rarely more ambition. I love Joe for many of his qualities, and 0 of them is his ambition or motivation.
Unless I'm working.
Yeah.
Unless I'm being paid to be ambitious, I'm not.
Yeah,
Well,
he's...
like when he's getting involved with sports and stuff, that's where that really comes out.
But it's only because he's so competitive.
Yeah, so
That's not
This
him.
comes full circle back to Gryffindor.
Yeah,
that's the
that's not
Gryffindor
his
ambition,
ambition.
not so much the
Exactly.
desire for power
I think-
ambition that you get with Slytherin.
I think if he was going to be a split, he would be Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, because he's a very
Say that
loyal
word to me.
person. He's very loyal, but he is definitely more of a Gryffindor.
Potato.
Potato. I'm afraid of ghosts. And sheets with eyeholes cut in them. And sheets.
I myself would put myself in Ravenclaw, as do most tests I take that are at least somewhat accurate and
Yeah.
not like obvious what the answer you're choosing is where you're
How
being
do you
put.
brush
But the
your
ones
teeth bravely with a book while eating like a snake? I always brush my teeth with a book, by the way.
yeah, you use a book to brush your teeth.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it works.
it doesn't.
No.
Thank you, Marcus.
What?
It's complimenting my casual hair flip.
Oh. Well, you know. You do what you can. Gryffindors are always really, you know, they're very casually attractive as well. So, you got that going for you too, Gryffindor.
Cool. So, I would agree with Doug. He's Ravenclaw.
I would put him as Ravenclaw. If I had to double up his house, he would be a Ravenclaw Slytherin.
You think?
I do.
Yeah.
I'd put my second house, which I was really surprised when I took the test today that I didn't get more Hufflepuff.
Yeah. You are very loyal. I just feel like there's an ambition. There's no ambition behind Doug. You're right. You're probably a Hufflepuff.
I don't know. It could be a secret ambition that even I don't know about.
That makes you a Hufflepuff.
Okay.
Potato.
Potato. I'm a Ravenclaw.
Yeah, Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw Slytherin.
I'm
I would
definitely
give you Ravenclaw
Slytherin.
Gryffindor.
I don't think so. I think
I
I'm a
do,
Ravenclaw Slytherin.
because you are aggressively competitive. You just hide it well.
That makes me a Slytherin.
No.
I'm manipulative, cunning, ambitious, and sly. You don't think I'm ambitious?
I don't think you're manipulative.
Good. I did not just maniacally rub my hands together, that's for sure.
No, you're a Slytherin or a Raven Snake.
Raven snake.
I don't know. The second half of Slytherin doesn't really
It-
mesh.
You're right, it doesn't.
So, Marcus, what was your bad experience with the Pottermore test?
Oh my god! Don't get me started on that stupid Pottermore test.
Pottermore test put me in Gryffindor.
Put me in Gryffindor.
Put me in Gryffindor.
Yeah, you don't count. Put me in freaking
Why do I not
Gryffindor.
count?
Because you are a Gryffindor.
So that should help to the validity of the Pottermore
You
test.
would put me in Gryffindor primarily.
No,
No.
I'd put you in Ravenclaw,
No,
but
you
I put
would
you in
not.
Gryffindor secondarily. If you
But the
sat under the
Ilvermorny-
sorting hat saying, please not Ravenclaw, please not Ravenclaw, please not Ravenclaw, they'd be putting you in Gryffindor.
But I would sit under that hat and be like, if you don't put me in Ravenclaw, I will throw you in the fire, and then it will probably
Put
put
you
me
in
in
Slytherin.
Slytherin.
The Ilvermorny one got me better.
Yeah, the Ilvermorny one
I
put
can't
me
remember. I don't remember the names of the houses.
Yeah, it put me in the Ravenclaw house of Ilvermorny.
I
They put me
don't
in the one
remember
that
that
was-
test.
So the houses weren't exactly lined up with the
Right,
British
let me see.
houses. Like the one it put me in was brains, but also loyalty.
Yeah, let me see.
Yours was the, I guess. I don't remember
All
the
right,
one.
the four houses at Ilvermorny are the Horned Serpent, the Wampus, the Thunderbird, and the Pukwudgie.
God bless
Which
you.
I just like. It's obvious that J.K. Rowling, like, people were like, "What about the American one? What about an American school?" And she was like, "Okay, Wampus, Pukwudgie,
I mean, it's
and Gun."
they're trying
Like,
to, yeah, they're trying to base it on,
Indigenous.
like Native American, that kind of terminology. But I would have think with the way America works, it would have been renamed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Thunderbird favors adventurers. I think you were Thunderbird.
That sounds believable.
Now I need to know.
We're not.
Pukwudgie.
We're
What's
not.
Pukwudgie?
We're not taking this test right now.
No, I'm not taking the test right now. Pukwudgie represents the heart, favors. That's right. It represents each different parts of your psyche. Essentially.
Which one is that one? The red one?
Pukwudgie.
Pukwudgie? That's the one I got.
You would still have that on your phone.
He logs into Pottermore.
You would still know your Pottermore information.
I use the same login for a lot of things.
You would.
Yeah. I actually break the one rule of the internet. I use the same password for a lot of things.
I do too.
Um,
I don't remember what I am. If you know what I am, tell me what I am in Ilvermorny terms. But I don't remember.
Marcus never took the Ilvermorny when he said.
I highly recommend it. I felt
he
like
didn't know what it was, and the house symbols seemed stupid.
they are stupid. The Ilvermorny is the American school of witchcraft and wizardry that came out for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, because Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them happens primarily in 1920s America. And me and Kaylin and Jonas finally watched it. We're boycotting Johnny Depp, so we never watched it, and then we finally sat down and. No, he's not in it, but he's credited, so we didn't watch it.
I know. That's why I haven't watched it.
I think it's like a post-credits.
Yeah, it's a post-credit scene. He plays Grindelwald.
Yes,
So
he has a role in the second movie.
Yeah, so for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 2, he will have an extended role in there. But, yes, the Ilvermorny test got me pretty well. Pottermore put me in Gryffindor, which I'm still really salty over.
The original Pottermore, before they added the Ilvermorny, and
Yeah.
updated everything, put me in Ravenclaw initially. And
Agreed.
And even the wand it gave me, I liked better than I think the one I got now.
Yeah. I still, that's the one thing, my Pottermore stuff, I was logging in with back when Pottermore first started and it was in beta, it would assign you a login. And mine was Jinx Midnight 61. And then they switched it all up. But I was in Pottermore when it was in beta.
Mm-hmm. I think I got just after, and then you could make your
You
own.
can make your
login.
own, yeah. Yeah,
But
no, I was Jinx
that
Midnight.
original test got me better and put me in Ravenclaw.
I think that one put me in Slytherin, but I'm still more okay with Slytherin than Gryffindor. And I'm way more okay with my wizarding drag nickname, which is what it gave me. Jinx Midnight is definitely a drag name. It was my mom texting us both.
There's a Johnny Depp boycott because he beat his wife.
Yes. Yes, a lot of domestic violence on Johnny Depp. Which is also why I refuse to watch the upcoming Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah, I downloaded it. I haven't watched it yet.
I refuse. I mean, that
Marcus
it
got
needs to stop.
Slytherin, and that is what he's. That was.
Does Marcus think he's a Gryffindor?
He doesn't think he's a Slytherin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, in the divorce papers, Marcus, it said that he would beat her.
Yep.
That's why she was filing for divorce.
And she actually, the only reason that she filed the complaint, she filed an actual, she filed an assault charge and won. And the only reason that she filed the assault charge was because people were like, well, if he did that, then why didn't she file an assault charge? So she did, and gave all of that money that she won in that case to domestic violence charities.
Marcus,
just to prove a point.
Marcus thinks he's a Hufflepuff.
I would agree. I would agree that you're a Hufflepuff, Marcus.
It's true. You stuck with Gorski this long.
I mean, that's just impressive. You stuck with Joe this long, too. That's really impressive.
And Marcus usually, he doesn't if you challenge him, he doesn't really fight back on the challenge like you do, which is like a Gryffindor thing. He's more the ones that will go along with it, but has reservations.
And roll his eyes and be like, okay, go ahead.
Apparently Marcus isn't thrilled about being a Hufflepuff.
He just thinks he is one.
But he's being honest.
You know what?
If Marcus is being honest, he's a Hufflepuff.
You know what?
You're
That's
the one
the
who
best policy.
cares about everybody and gets us to stop doing things if it gets too dangerous.
Tries to get us to stop doing things.
Poor Marcus. All right. So now that we finished our mini round, I think that was a good, solid mini round, don't you think?
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Now we are going to go on to our full discussion, flipping it back to Shakespeare and saying that our best, what we think the best reinterpretations of Shakespeare works are, and our favorite Shakespeare works.
My favorite Shakespeare work is Midnight Summer Dream.
Midsummer's Night Dream.
That one. Midsummer's Night Dream.
Midsummer Night's Dream. Midsummer Night. The dream belongs to the Midsummer Night.
Because of the fantasy elements that it has in it, the fae things going on.
The magic.
Yeah.
The comedies are I do enjoy the comedies a lot. They always like Shakespeare traditionally puts like a lot of mix ups in his comedies. That's what makes them so funny. Much Ado About Nothing is the same. It's very similar where they mix up who is who. That's what happens in Midsummer Night's Dream.
I also like Julius Caesar. Of the tragedies that we did in school, that was probably my favorite and one of the easier ones to get through.
I love Othello.
I don't think I've ever done that one.
Othello is pretty good. I love, like, it's just, there's just some, like, comedic elements to it that aren't intentional. Like, Desdemona goes on, like, this, like, huge thing. After she's already dead, somebody, like, walks in and is like, what happened? And she's like, oh, I was killed, and all this other stuff. And like, it's in the script. And you're like, what? You're dead. Stop it. I am also a fan of Much Ado About Nothing, which is one of my favorite reinterpretations. Recently came out, and it was that had.
Oh, the black and white film. I think it was filmed in black and white, right?
The one with.
Yeah, the one with all of the famous British actors.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I remember she had it on a little tablet. She's watching. I'm like, is that Agent Coulson? What are you
Yeah,
watching?
he was like, what are you watching? And
Why does it sound like it's a Shakespeare thing, but
Wait,
they're dressed
Coulson's
in
in
suits?
Yeah.
He's not British.
No, he's not. There's a lot of British actors in it.
Oh, okay, okay. All right,
I'm like,
I just
why-
got confused.
Why does it look like it's a modern day thing? They're like in a house and they got cell phones, but they're speaking as like the literal
Shakespeare. Yeah.
Shakespeare.
I love it when they do that. Baz Luhrmann is so good at that. And, like, he started it with the Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio. And
That's my favorite modern interpretation because I never saw Much Ado About Nothing. So.
All right.
Romeo and Juliet from like 2000.
Yeah. Let's
somewhere
dance.
around there. That's my favorite modern interpretation.
Where Mercutio's a Vegas showgirl drag queen.
No, the one with Leo DiCaprio?
Yep. Let's dance.
I don't remember that part.
The last dance.
Then again, I watched it in high school, so they had to fast forward through any of the
Probably all of
scenes.
yeah, probably all of Mercutio's scenes.
And the love scene.
Yeah. With John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo's a good one.
Yes.
He makes a really good Tybalt.
Yeah, you did really good.
Fun fact, when I was in college and I did English, we got to pick whatever characters we wanted to do a report on. And I literally did a 10-page report on Benvolio. My English teacher looked at it, was like, how did you manage to write a 10-page paper on Benvolio? And it was loose, like it was Benvolio, but it was mostly peer pressure and the effects it had on Shakespeare. You know, how it was still obvious that in Shakespeare's time there was still a lot of peer pressure when it came to teenagers because of look at Benvolio and the do you bite your tongue, sir, or your thumb at us, sir? Well, I do. I bite my thumb, but not directly at you. Like, is this going to come back and bite me in the ass? Yeah, definitely. You need to rewind this one. And I wound up doing an entire 10-page report on Benvolio. I got a B+ on it.
I mean, you wrote 10 pages.
I also like 10 Things I Hate About You, though.
That's Shakespeare?
It was based off of The Taming of the Shrew.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In fact, like, it's alluded to, like, so the characters in Taming of the Shrew are Katerina, Petruchio, and then you've got Patrick, Cat Stratford, Bianca Stratford. So the characters' names are all very similar. And then Stratford is the allusion to where Shakespeare lived, Stratford upon Avon. And they go into, like, the whole, all of the English teacher scenes they're doing a thing about Shakespeare so that he can keep alluding to the Shakespeare without being like, and this is why, and Shakespeare does. So he alludes to Shakespeare throughout the entire movie through the lessons that he gives to the class. And the final assignment after Kat has broken up with Patrick after she finds out that he was only dating her as a bet with Joey. The teacher gives them the assignment of doing redoing one of Shakespeare's sonnets as their own modern interpretation. And the Shakespeare sonnet is, in faith I do not love thee with mine eyes, for they in thee 1,000 errors note. But 'tis my heart that loves what they despise, and who in despite of them is pleased to dote. And so she goes into, I hate your big dumb combat boots and the way you read my mind. I hate you so much it makes me sick, it even makes me rhyme. And she goes into about how her interpretation of this sonnet that pretty much says, my brain is telling me that you're a piece of crap. You're ugly, you're disgusting, there's no way that you could possibly, that I should like you. But despite all of the logic that tells me not to, I still do. And then she has her own interpretation of that poem that's way more modern, way more teenager. And despite the fact that she asks if it needs to be an iambic pentameter, half of it's not. Which is just part of the course for a high school student trying to do a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact. Sorry.
So if you can see here sitting in front of my laptop, I have a couple books set up. This is actually one of the coolest things I've seen come out of recent publishing. The author of these, Ian Dosher, wrote Star Wars in the style of Shakespeare.
Woohoo.
So, iambic pentameter, the whole, what is it, Middle English?
So it would be not Old World. Yeah, it would be Middle. It's not technically ancient or Old World English, but it is Middle English.
Written in the Middle English Shakespearean style. There's artwork in there showing the characters dressed in that Victorian get-up. Renaissance get-up.
Victorian came after the Renaissance.
All I did was look.
It gave me a look.
Victorian was 1800s. I know when Victorian was.
I only have 5. I'm missing Phantom Menace.
You're not missing much.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be if they're.
It might be better.
I mean,
everything's better Shakespeare'd out.
Depends on how much of the source material they use.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really good. I would love to see it done live.
Oh, I was sitting out of camera for half of the.
That's why I said that we should move the camera before. Oh my god! I'm just pointing out.
You said let's move that. Never mind.
Well,
you never finished your thought.
No, I said let's move the camera because there's a lot of space
we're
here,
not going
and
to
then
do
right
it.
over here, there's not, and then
he wants to see someone else do it, not us.
Oh yeah, not us.
I mean, I'll run like tech for it, but
I'll direct it. But that's probably it's definitely not. You need to obtain the rights for it. Depending on how popular it is, the rights could be extremely expensive.
It's Star Wars.
That's a lot of rights.
That's Disney.
That's Disney. You don't.
I don't know if you necessarily have to go through
Disney.
Disney for this though.
It's using their source material.
Yep.
But it's his original.
Still using their source.
It
you would
might
need
be a little...
you would need releases from both of them.
It depends because there's laws that govern parodies differently than direct source material.
Dollar to Donut, he was approved by George Lucas to make this, but then once...
Well, it is Lucas Books, so
all right,
that's owned by Disney now.
Yes it is. He would need rights from Disney.
All right, so you are correct only because he got permission from Lucas Books to print, not because I'm wrong about parody law.
But even if just like a local theater group just did it for fun.
Still need licensing.
Still
Disney don't mess.
Disney
around.
don't mess. I mean, you might be able to get away with it for a while, but
Not for showing things. Just getting getting actors, give them the book and have them read lines through it.
Yeah, as
act
a
it out
educational thing among the
Yeah.
class, that would be fine. But if you're going to show it to the public, you need the rights and copyrights and things like that. Because otherwise, you are liable for tons and tons and tons of money and fraud charges. Maybe not fraud.
And unlike Hamlet, there ain't no pirates here.
Yeah, there's no. At what point do you think there are pirates in Hamlet?
When he goes to England and gets waylaid by pirates and ends up back in Denmark.
No, he waylays Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and then goes back to Denmark. They were going to his.
Look it up.
Yeah, I don't remember pirates.
You don't see them. It happens in transition.
I'm pretty sure that's just the story that he tells his family. Yeah, no, see what happens is Horatio receives a letter sent from a sailor sent by Hamlet. The first letter tells Horatio that pirates beset the ship on which Hamlet was being carried. The other says Hamlet's first letter is for Horatio to deliver to the king.
Still pirates.
Because it's not actually pirates.
Still pirates.
It's not pirates. There's no actual pirates. There's pirate stories in Hamlet. They're not actual pirates in Hamlet. Okay. All right. There are still pirates in Hamlet. All right. So next, we are going to play a game. And this is the first time I'm...
No, not yet.
No, not yet?
I can't imagine the game's going to go 30 minutes.
Okay. So talk more about some Shakespeare's.
Well, we could talk about how, speaking of Disney, The Lion King is pretty much a modern adaptation.
Indeed. If Simba is Hamlet,
Yes.
then
Hamlet, yeah.
if Simba is Hamlet, then Scar would be Hamlet's uncle Claudius, who does indeed kill his father, Hamlet Sr. or Mufasa, and then take on the role of king.
And then Mufasa, or Hamlet Sr., comes to Hamlet or Simba
as a ghost,
or clouds.
I mean, it's still like a spiritual element there.
Yeah. And tells him, hey, I got killed. You're supposed to be king.
It's true.
But that's pretty much where it separates.
Yeah.
Except that apparently,
Nala doesn't kill herself.
But some people say Nala is Ophelia.
Yeah, Nala doesn't kill herself, though. Nala is like
there is no Gertrude.
I mean, Sarabi is technically Gertrude.
That's true, but she doesn't marry Scar.
You're right, but that's just because of socioeconomic advances between
Hyena and lion.
Prideland lions and how their familial structure goes, and then the unnecessary development. I mean, there's a lot of different elements in between Hamlet and Lion King, where Hamlet focuses completely on Hamlet's journey to prove that
his uncle
killed his father, because the ghost thing happens in like the first scene.
Yes.
Where he is like, yo, Claudius poured poison in my ear and he killed me. You need to prove that and get him out of my throne. Whereas in The Lion King, Simba was convinced that he was responsible for his father's death, and then eventually it was like, no, Scar is.
Scar started the stampede.
Yeah, like it's pretty much like Simba went into that battle still thinking that he was responsible for Mufasa's death, and then when Scar was about to kill Simba in the same fashion, he was like, I killed Mufasa, and then it was like, no. So it was also part Star Wars.
Yeah, kind of.
No! Ba, 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 ba. Random fires.
Oh yeah, the Pride Lands were on
Pride
fire.
Lands were on fire
Yeah,
because
it,
there
it
was
shows
no
up
rain.
and then
'Cause
suddenly it starts a thunderstorm and everything catches on fire.
Yeah, after 0 rainfall for forever, Simba
So it
shows
goes back
up,
and brings the rain.
brings not rain yet. First lightning.
Yeah.
Lightning first. Then once he finally kills Scar,
There's Scar and
that's
the
when
hyenas. They eat him and then it rains.
Yeah.
Fires go out and everybody's happy.
literally everybody.
And then
Nobody
Simba
gives a
2, you
crap
find
about
out that Scar had a son.
Yes.
Surprise! It wasn't just him and hyenas.
And then he and his cousin are gonna go make a pride of their own, and you're like, I get that you're lions, but this is weird. That's a line from
I know.
Lion King 2.
It's been forever. Like I saw that movie when it came out and
Yeah,
never watched it again.
It's a line from Lion King 2 where completely ballsed if I don't forget both of their names, but Scar's son and Simba's daughter are like trying to run away, and Scar's son is trying to convince her to run away, and he was like, "We're gonna go. Why don't we go out and we're gonna run away and make a pride of our own?" And he like shakes his butt too, and you're like,
Yes. In Lion King 2, you find out that, surprise, Scar had a son.
"Surprise!"
Spoilers? Nah.
No, I mean that's like in the trailers of it and
It's
like,
true.
synopsis
And it's also from like 98.
It's that ship has sailed.
And I don't think I've ever seen 1.5.
I've seen Lion King 1.5, but the only thing I remember from it is dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. It's the best part of Lion King 1.5. It's the only thing that anybody remembers from Lion King 1.5.
Is that the beginning of it?
Yes.
With all the
Yes, it is in the. It's not. It might not be the very beginning, but it is in the Timon origin story part.
I think that's the only part I've seen.
Yeah.
Because he's a meerkat.
Because he's a meerkat, and he's terrible at being a meerkat, and they kick him out because he's a shit meerkat.
You don't say. He's a bad meerkat?
Spoilers.
I have trouble believing that.
He's awful at being a meerkat. He doesn't look.
He's way better than a rat. Oh, he's way better as a warthog.
He is. Because Pumbaa's the warthog.
I know. But he acts just like Pumbaa, except he doesn't fart.
I guess. He's just freaking lazy. They both are. Hakuna Matata.
Means no worries
It means no worries.
for the rest of your days.
What's the motto?
Nothing. What's the motto with you?
There you go. That's what marriage is all about, people. Sometimes setting your husband up for shit puns that Disney has already done.
That wasn't a shit pun.
That was a shit pun. I would know. I won the punic wars.
I'm so ashamed of you.
I am ashamed of myself as well.
I've never been more proud.
I know. I figured. I was worried when I told you.
I was there.
For the punic war win?
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't think you were there that day.
You were not there that day. You were there when I got out. I
you
got
got out
because
on
of,
anime.
on
Right.
anime because I don't
Moving
know
forward.
anime.
Um,
My memory's better.
So let's talk about this Harry Potter trivia game.
All right. So I found a Harry Potter trivia game on Google Play. It was not the first Harry Potter trivia game. It was not the second Harry Potter trivia game. I actually physically scrolled down to find this Harry Potter trivia game.
Well, it must be good then.
Oh yeah, it must be wondrous.
or terrible.
Or it's awful. But it has multiplayer, like one-on-one multiplayer mode. Which was the most important thing that I could find. Say multiplayer one-to-one.
Mm-hmm.
So
You gotta pay extra for that.
and apparently I have to sign in for that. Probably should have researched this a little bit more. No.
Well, we had to change our game, so
true.
due to lack of attendance.
Yes, unfortunately, Pat is stuck at work.
And
dealing
so
with
is Autumn.
issues,
And so is Autumn. So it's just us. And we were going to do Shakespeare word or true or false. It was, did
Shakespeare word or not, yeah.
Or did Shakespeare make this word up or not? Because Shakespeare made up a whole lot of words. But we decided that having two people is not fun. So what we're going to do is, just in case this doesn't go the way that I want it to, I'm going to get a pen, and Doug is going to get a piece of paper. Literally right there. Right there. It's right there. It's right there. Cool. And just in case, because like I said, I didn't try this game out because I didn't want to, like, accidentally
Get some answers.
get answers.
Uh-oh, it's timed.
Oh, it's timed. Okay. I'll go first. What are the house colors of Hufflepuff?
Pro tip, don't vote for me.
Yeah, choose your champion now. It's yellow and black. Yes, I was right.
Great job. That was a tough one.
Here you go.
All right. Book 6. How did Dumbledore think that Merope was able to keep Tom Riddle for her... Wait, what? How did Dumbledore think that Merope was able to keep Tom Riddle with her for as long as she did?
Oh, I know this one.
I don't even know who Merope is.
I don't remember either.
That's all right, you have a
7 seconds?
25% chance.
Furious Curse.
No, it's the love potion. Merope
that's-
is Tom Riddle's. In this case, he was referring to Tom Riddle
Is
Senior.
this me?
Yes, this is you.
Oh.
Yes,
That's why.
Tom Marvolo Riddle was.
Which of the following is not an animagus? Padfoot, Wormtail, Prongs, or Mooney?
That's
I'm
a
gonna
good
go
one.
with Prongs because I don't know who it is. It was Mooney.
It was Mooney because Mooney is a werewolf. Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs are animagus. Those are James.
Your
Sirius.
timer's running.
Okay, book 3. Complete the name: Madam Rosemary, Rona, Rosa, Rosmerda. She's the
I
woman
didn't
in
want
charge
you to
of the.
move. I didn't want you to lose.
What does Lord Voldemort use in order to command the Death Eaters to instantly upgrade to the sides? The Dark Mark tattoos.
All right, Doug got that one.
In Quidditch, Through the Ages, Dumbledore writes in the foreword that the only way he took the book from the library was to what? Gently reason with Pince, disarm Pince, kill Pince, pry Pince's fingers from the spine of the book. Ha, it was that one. Got it right.
All right, good job.
Quidditch Through the Ages.
25% chance.
Book 1. Who was the second Ravenclaw to be sorted at the Great Feast? Susan Bones, Minnie Brocklehurst, Millicent Bulstrode, Terry Boot. Susan Bones? No, it was Minnie Brocklehurst. Oh, I'm the worst.
Susan Bones was
Hufflepuff.
Who serves drinks at the Three Boomstricks? Madame Rosmerta.
Oh, I should not have said that before.
Oh. New match. That was the end of the
Yeah,
game.
that was the end.
Oh, now I have some.
Gotta watch
Now there's
that.
an ad.
Yeah.
We're watching an ad. Rachel did a terrible job picking the game app today. But Joe is busy playing on his computer, so I'm going to blame Joe.
Whatever.
Nobody picked you, Rachel.
I know nobody picked me. I'm
Did
really
somebody
sad.
pick me?
Yeah.
Why? Did they miss
Dan was
my...
on my team, and Marcus is going with you.
I said not to.
And he was giving you the answer.
Yeah, that's cheating. How do I do this multiplayer?
You hit match.
I know.
No, play now did not work. Oh, it's sending it to your phone, and now it's your turn.
Oh, my bad.
Single player then?
Sure.
Sorry. I didn't know that this is how you play the game. I was kind of left by myself.
How many staircases are there at Hogwarts? 111, 114, 158, 137. I'm going to go with 142. I was right. I don't know why. Is this a tie game?
Book 6.
Oh, I'm still in this,
Ron,
baby.
Hermione, Harry, and Ginny, who came to help when they were called by the DA coins. Dean and Seamus, Luna and Dean, Seamus and Neville, Neville and Luna, Neville and Luna.
It's no longer a tie game.
Which of the following Hogwarts houses does not correctly match up with its colors? Ravenclaw, blue and blondes, Hufflepuff, Contrarian, yellow and black, Gryffindor, scarlet and gold, Slytherin, green and gold. Slytherin is not green and gold.
Nope, it's green and silver. That was easy.
It's green and silver.
Yeah.
It was green and black. What's the spell for conjuring the dark mark? I'll go with Voldemortre. No, it's Morse de Mordre.
It's Morse de Mordre. How many ways are there to commit a foul in Quidditch? 311, 700, 52, or 14? 700.
What 2 final exams did Hermione have at 1 o'clock on Monday?
I'm still in this.
What are the options?
Arithmancy and Transfiguration, Charms and Ancient Runes, Divination and Arithmancy, Ancient Runes and Muggle Studies. I'm going to say Charms and Ancient Runes. Yes.
I thought it was divination.
She dropped out of Divination.
She did.
That's what it was. Book 7. What was Remus and Tonk's child's name? Hermione Luna Lupin, Harry Albus Lupin, Molly Dora Lupin, Teddy Remus Lupin. I'm going to go with Molly.
It's Teddy!
It sure was. The quiz said so, and everything.
Book 1 of what school is Dudley a pupil? Smeltings, Harrow, Eton, or Grunnings? Smeltings.
I knew that one.
Ooh, he's got 104 points.
Woo!
New high score. Just play quiz.
Another ad. Sorry, guys.
One more round?
One more round.
Play quiz. What type of car did Mr. Weasley own? Ford Falcon. No.
Nope.
Angela.
It's an Anglia.
Anglia.
It's a flying Ford Anglia.
Right.
What did Hagrid call the dragon? Norbert.
Yes.
I knew that one. The animals were important to me.
Who is the new headmaster / headmistress at Hogwarts? Professor McGonagall, Professor Trelawney, Professor Flitwick, or Professor Sprout? I guess they mean after book 7?
After Dumbledore.
Book 6,
Yeah,
who is
I would
the...
assume
Oh, book
so.
6. Who is the
New
new headmistress?
New headmaster at Hogwarts? In book 6?
Isn't that Snape?
McGonagall.
It's McGonagall.
When Snape was headmaster, though, for a little
Book
while.
5.
Okay, I'm just going to skip that question. I tapped something.
Alright.
Which house is Ian Abercrombie sorted into?
The Mall House.
Ian Abercrombie? Ravenclaw? No, Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. I think his name is like pronounced like Ewan.
What year
Who of
was
the
that in?
following was never a headmaster or a mistress of Hogwarts? Armando Dippet, Manano Dolores Umbridge. All of them were sometimes headmaster / headmistress. No, I'm going with the... Oh, I was
They all
wrong.
were.
I don't know who Armando is.
It was the one before Dumbledore. Book 7. Which Quidditch team would
knows
you be
that?
supporting if you wore socks emblemed with golden bulrushes? Bulgaria, Puddlemere United, West Ham United, or Chudley Cannons?
What colors?
Golden bulrushes. Chudley Cannons? No, it was Puddlemere United. Ah.
I was guessing Bulgaria.
Alright, back to me.
Because they both began with a B.
So I think we need 2 more questions.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. The winner is decided already.
Yeah. I got more than 3 correct.
No.
What does Lord Voldemort use? Oh, I already know that one. Did that question already.
Oh, okay.
Who of the following has been Minister of Magic for the shortest time?
Ooh.
Rufus Scridgemore, Cornelius Fudge, Pius Thickneys, or Kingsley Shacklebolt? I'm going to say Rufus. No, Pius.
Is Pious Thickness.
I was guessing Kingsley.
When was he? He was like a...
Which of the following potions is a clear, odorless liquid? Oh, that's the... Oh, the one I thought it was isn't on here.
Felix.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, but that's not
No,
on here.
It's not.
There's the shrinking solution, the sleeping potion, the Veritaserum, and the
Oh, no, it's not Felix. Felix is gold.
Felix is golden.
Veritaserum. Hey, I was right! Give me my right!
I'm giving you your right.
Oh, you got more right than I did.
I know, that's why I needed it. That's
Alright.
it. We're done.
Okay, we're done. Which of these members in the Order of the Phoenix has spent time in Azkaban? Sturgis
Sirius
Podmore, Elpheus Doge, Kingsley Shacklebolt, Hestia Jones. I think it's Elpheus. No, it's Sturgis Podmore. God, I suck. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. What address was the Order of the Phoenix? Oh, 12 Grimmauld Place. I got that one right. What flowers did Harry lay on his parents' grave in Godric's Hollow? Lilies. No, Christmas roses. Where was Bertha Jorkins killed? Algeria, Albania, Australia, Austria. Albania? Yes! I was right. Well, who was Ginny Weasley's first boyfriend? Michael Corner. We scored 80 points. Well done, everyone. Unfortunately, none of you suckers picked me.
So, no winner.
I win.
Alright, you get this week's prize. Which is unknown.
Question mark.
Hence the question mark. Right over there.
That way.
Got it. I will never, ever get this first try.
Even people who have been doing it for years still don't get it.
It's just such a weird, like...
You gotta go in the opposite corner of what you think it is.
Yeah.
It's easy for me because I'm facing Rachel. So
Yeah,
I
you
know
are.
the way I'm going.
But,
Alright.
but
Awkward
thanks for
silence.
watching us, suckers who didn't pick me and ergo didn't win a darn thing. I'm mean. Maybe I'm not Ophelia.
So, we have a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon.
We will post the link on our Facebook page.
Indeed, we will.
Right after this stream.
A little bit after the stream.
Right after this stream.
Just a couple of minutes after the stream.
Plants vs. Zombies can wait.
No,
Right
but,
after this
no,
stream.
Plants vs. Zombies needs to be played.
We also have a bunch of other stuff that we would love to get into the works. You do still have the green unicorn head, Marcus. Next time we're going to see each other, I'll bring it.
It's true.
Yes.
Doug's got it now.
Yeah, I got it in my
He's
house.
got it. He's got it in a whole bag of stuff because he kept leaving it here, and I would forget it all.
I only got 2 things left.
Sweet.
Unicorn and what?
The pie.
The pie.
Who won the pie?
Lee.
He was not
Oh,
around.
He was there on Sunday.
Was he?
Yeah.
I
Did he
did
show
not
up
see
on
him.
Sunday?
He did.
Rachel here has started another blog
I did.
showing her Slytherin ambition. So if you guys like semi-silly book reviews that involve kids' books,
They're super serious.
It's super serious. Jonas reviews books.
they're pretty awesome. And actually kind of helpful for if you're looking to get books for wee ones.
We not only do we review the quality of the words involved, but we also review how delicious the book tastes, how durable the book is, and how much it hurts if it's dropped on your foot. These are all very important questions if you happen to have children. I'm just pointing that out.
So we will post a link to that somewhere or share it onto the Grown Ups Adults page.
Indeed.
So you guys can check that out. Be sure to comment on our page.
Have conversations with us.
Yeah, have conversations with us.
Message the page, comment, whatever. We'll talk to you.
I'm thinking I want to do another giveaway for that. So
All right.
I will think of something to print or make, and if you want a chance to win it, comment on our page, subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Leave us a comment of what you would like us to talk about in the future, because we don't have anything planned.
It's true.
I would like to point out real quickly that I finished second. I beat Doug.
You
Joe did beat Doug.
I got more than 3 right.
I knew I wasn't beating Rachel.
You might have gotten 4, and I just forgot to put something
Nope,
down.
not what the scoreboard says. Scoreboard. I beat Doug. On something that was a book.
A lot of that information is in the movies.
Yeah, a lot of that information. A lot of that information was just weird.
Yeah. Some of,
It
like
was obscure.
the one that I accidentally tapped on had something to do with times.
Yeah.
It might have been like, what time did they reset back to? I don't know. I didn't actually get a chance to read the question. I got whatever I tapped on was the wrong answer though.
So, but back to what we were saying. I just needed that sidebar there. We got stuff in the works. I have been playing some PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I have been playing some Miscreated. So if you want me to stream, just send us a message and I'll let you know. I can give you my Steam ID. You can watch me streaming via Steam. I have a single 8.5-minute video from PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds that I can upload to the Grown Ass Adults Facebook page. There is a little weird side conversation because I didn't know it was recording my microphone while I was talking to Rachel about life stuff. But, you know.
What life stuff? Is this stuff that I'm going to be embarrassed about?
No, I don't think so.
Is it like...
I don't remember.
Is it like money stuff or like sexy time stuff? Like, you gotta...
We'll review
You
the
can't
footage.
just throw this out at me.
We'll review the footage.
If it's also recording game audio, you may want to just replace it with some like generic audio. Just in case.
But it's PUBG. You need the game audio
I know.
to appreciate the game.
I know.
I also play lots of Plants vs. Zombies. It's boring to watch me, but you can have conversations with me about it.
Yeah, she loves Plants vs. Zombies. She's really good at it too.
Unless it's the plan your attack, your defense, then I don't do it, and I just keep opening up new levels until the next time I see Danny, and then I make Danny do all of my plan your defenses, and then I keep playing. I'm very strategic when I play.
Dan wants you to stream.
It's a very... Dan wants me to play.
No, he said stream.
Yeah, so he can play with me. Possibly also Battlefield 1 because I finally have my computer up and running which can play it.
Yay!
Yay!
So that's a lot of things. Also, don't forget Doug 3D prints things and sells them on Addicted Prints.
I do.
Which is right down here. So, oh, you can't see me. Which is right down here.
Right here.
So, if you would like something 3D printed, you could always message Addicted Prints on Facebook and
right there.
he will get back to you in a timely manner.
Yeah. Some of the new things I've added on to my list of things I can print. Cookie cutters.
Cookie cutters came out great, by the way.
I made some Pokemon-themed flower pots for a friend.
Oh, cool.
So, and there's a bunch of other flower pots that are really cool. There's one I saw that was like an Italian villa.
Oh, awesome.
Like a brick villa
Oh,
with
can you
stairs
do
and
like
stuff.
the fairy houses?
I
Type
probably
of
could.
stuff?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
So if you guys want anything, I do minis. I do skulls.
It's Addicted with a 3 instead of an E, Marcus. It's ADDICT 3D. Ah? Prints.
Prints.
PRINTZ.
Because super cool people use Z instead of S.
Yes.
Or CE. Get it?
That's why it's a.
I tried to make it clever.
That's why it's a crown because he's a prince. Get it?
And I also print. Lots of prints.
Get it?
It's puns and it's...
We tried
Validate
to,
us.
We tried to do it really cleverly. We spent a lot of time on that. Like it was a collective effort.
Yes, I can definitely do that. There actually is like a straight up shattered pot file that I could make. And then you assemble it together. You assemble it together and then you push it over and it falls apart.
He also made an owl sculpture so that we could do Legends of the Hidden Temple at the Fantasy Fair.
I did. I'm going to be uploading pictures of the stuff we used. Not for sale, just showing things that I've made.
It looked really cool. I was really impressed.
But I'm gonna upload those pictures when I get a chance.
Last poor York. I knew him well, Horatio.
No, I knew him, Horatio.
I like mine way better. It flows
You're
better.
not Shakespeare.
Thank God, or I'd be dead.
Maybe.
No, I'd be super dead.
Or you'd be a ghost.
Legend.
Or, traveling through time depending on what you watch.
I'd be dead. Marcus will be hitting you up on Addicted Prince. You might get a response from me because sometimes I answer
Are
for
dogs
fun.
outside?
No, our dogs are asleep on the floor in front of us.
Oh. Both of them?
Well,
this one's
thank you guys
here.
for watching. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Otherwise, we're going to come up with another topic that we'll talk about
we like.
in a couple weeks here. Happy 4th of July upcoming.
Oh, yeah.
And
Have a
Good night.
safe and happy 4th.
Yeah, be safe. Don't be a douche.
Love independence.